After selling over 100 homes across North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia, I have seen it all. Through big cities, small towns, and everything in between. And through it all, I have learned a few lessons that most agents never want to talk about. Whether you're thinking of purchasing or selling, these are the lessons you will not want to miss. Over the course of 100 transactions, one thing has stood out to me loud and clear, that the agent that you choose to hire can make or break the entire experience. I have worked with deals where my client felt they had a smooth, stress-free sale, while the other side was just in complete chaos because the other agent didn't know how to lead. The truth is, it isn't just about putting up a lockbox. A great agent knows how to anticipate problems before they even happen, negotiate like a pro, and keep things moving smoothly. And sometimes the best thing I do is not just closing a deal, it's actually preventing a bad one from happening. But unfortunately, even the best agent can't do it all alone. Success starts with strategy, and that begins with how you price your home. Let's dive into lesson 2. I have learned that pricing a home is more of an art. It's not just about reading comps. It's about knowing how to price the home strategically and how to create momentum. And sometimes it actually makes sense to price the home just a little below market value. Why? The reason is to start a bidding war. And sometimes it makes sense to price it just a little bit higher than market value to leave room for negotiations. And most of the time, most homes, depending on your geographical location, schools, and just condition or overall home, you have to price it just right. That way it doesn't sit on the market for days, weeks, or even months. The goal is not just to sell the home. The goal is to maximize profits and meet your timeline for your needs. But even the best pricing strategy and feeling that you're ahead of the ball game can fail if all parties are not communicating. The hard truth is that most deals do not fall apart because of price, inspections, or appraisals. They typically fall apart because of poor communication. For example, if I'm representing, let's say, the seller, and we go under contract with the buyer, and obviously, let's say the home is a little bit old, it may need some work, some cosmetic work, the home goes under contract, the buyers do their inspection, and then when problems or things come up, they just get cold feet because their agent didn't explain to them the home they were going under contract with, which may have some problems, which may need some repairs, and maybe the seller is willing to negotiate, but the buyer just says, you know what, I don't want it anymore, when it could have been very clear that these problems or issues were going to come up. And that's why I over communicate with agents, lenders, appraisers, or anyone involved in the transaction to make sure everyone is on their timeline and everything is getting accomplished at the speed and time that needs to be done. Now, even though we've talked about pricing strategies, communication, there is still one factor that drives every single transaction, and that is emotions. For example, buyers don't always choose the best home. They choose the one that, let's say, feels right, but it doesn't actually meet their needs or what they were actually looking for before they even entered the market. And for sellers, I have seen sellers turn down solid offers because right when they're about to sign the purchase agreement, they get emotionally tied as well, and they forget why they were even wanting to sell the property in the first place. Maybe it's an investment property they're looking to sell to carry on the assets to another property, or maybe they're moving because a new job, a relocation, maybe upsizing or downsizing, and right when they're about to sell the home, they get cold feet. And understanding the emotional side of real estate actually helps me be able to coach and guide my clients for the decisions that they make and to help them make smarter decisions. And if emotions is what drives the market, then what keeps everything together? And that is trust. That alone is the most important and final thing that you need to know and have with who you decide to hire. And trust is built in the little moments, showing up on time and delivering news, even if it may feel uncomfortable. The goal is to always show up for your clients. Whether I'm helping a first-time home buyer or selling $1 million home, the goal is always the same. Because one thing I have learned is that real estate is a relationship business and reputation drives fast. So, what does all of this mean for you? Whether you're thinking of purchasing or selling, your experience should go past beyond just that single transaction. Whether you're in the market now or thinking of entering the market, you need to make sure that these things that were discussed are checked off and you can actually trust the agent you hire, and that agent actually has a proven strategy to help you with your needs. If you're thinking about purchasing or selling or just want to run your options, I would love to connect. My number is 704-903-3132. If you found this video helpful, I would really appreciate a like, a subscribe, or a comment below and let me know if I can help. Thank you so much for watching.